A 15-year-old basketball prodigy has been dubbed the next LeBron James, and he's already caught the attention of the NBA and Nike, who's involved in some legal drama for planning to allocate money to the teenage star. Hey guys, it's Devin Howard. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that at Devin Howard, then subscribe to the Fumble, tap the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Now let me tell you all about Emoni Bates. Emoni Bates is a 15-year-old basketball star who is being likened to Kevin Durant and LeBron James, only better. The 6'8" forward is ranked as the top prospect in the class of 2022. He's currently a sophomore at Lincoln High School in Michigan, but the attention and pressure on him is growing every day. We see this thing happen every so often in the world of basketball. Some teenage stars, like LeBron, live up to the hype assigned to them in their early days of playing the sport. Others crumble with the spotlight on them. We'll have to see how Emoni handles it all, but currently he deserves all the praise he's getting. A veteran of the grassroots basketball scene went so far as to say he's, quote, better than LeBron as a freshman. Bron was real good. Emoni is dominant. They continued on saying, in the best freshman conversation, he's number one. He has a chance to be ahead of LeBron. I've never seen a better freshman. A youth basketball observer explained to ESPN that Bates has, quote, size, skill, killer mentality, shooting ability, a combination that's usually reserved for players much older and more mature than he is. He led Lincoln High School to its first state title last season and crushed it at the Nike Peach Jam Amateur Showcase last month. He averaged 32.3 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. If the NBA eliminates its one-and-done rule, which would allow high school players to go straight into the draft, Bates would 100% be the #1 pick in the 2022 draft. Some are even saying that if he were able to put his name in the past draft, he would have gone #1 ahead of Zion Williamson, and that is a pretty bold statement. But Bates plays well beyond his years, and even the most cautious of youth basketball fans can't help but get excited about his athleticism and skill. He was the youngest player at the Nike Skills Academy last week. It's a camp that brings together the most promising prospects from the company's youth circuit and throws them into drills and scrimmages for NBA scouts to evaluate and pick apart. Insiders in the league have claimed he has the body type and pull-up game of KD and the guard skills of Penny Hardaway. A Western Conference executive even compared him to Kobe. And it's not just overexcited hype. Bates truly is a talented player with the intelligence to really make a splash on the court. He's more clinical than most players his age, and he has a scoring skill package that is more representative of an NBA star than a high school player. He can hit pull-up threes from NBA range off a half stop, spins into jumpers and floaters with balance, and uses angles to finish around the rim. He's focused entirely on scoring at the moment, so his only moments of weakness or frustration are when the ball doesn't find him in the game flow or when he has to go up against other defenders. But even with some of those pitfalls, he still doesn't look anything like a 15-year-old. So it's safe to say people will be watching him, and that includes Nike, who is already involved in some legal drama after allegedly attempting to allocate money to Bates along with 2 other high school players. Michael Avenatti is charged with extorting Nike. He pleaded innocent and argued that he was merely representing a whistleblower, a former Nike-sponsored coach, in aggressive negotiations. Part of his defense is to show Nike's alleged behavior when dealing with young basketball players. There are a series of text messages from February 2017. 3 Nike executives discuss a plan to allocate money to pre-college players, including Zion, Romeo, and Bates. At the time, Bates was barely 13 years old. What was discussed was a sponsorship deal for an AAU team that Bates' father was running that featured his son. Bates claims that whatever the Nike execs were discussing had nothing to do with him. What this shows is just how young all of this can start. At just 13 years old, Bates was already capturing the attention of Nike and obviously the NBA. He is certainly one to watch over the next couple of years. Do you think he'll continue living up to the hype? Sound off in the comments, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for notifications. Check back in with me later today on The Fumble for more of the sports news you love. I'm Devin Howard, I'll see you soon.